Assalamu alaikum. Today we're looking at a video on, well, a question, not a video, a question on Pythagoras theorem. So we've got a trapezium A, B, C, D, and we've got to calculate the length of AC to one decimal place. The first thing we need to do in this particular question is we draw a line across here, and then I'm going to call this point E. So BCDE is a rectangle, so that means this length here up to here is 4 centimeters. The whole length is 11 centimeters, as we could see in the original diagram. So I'm going to get rid of this 11 centimeters, right? 11 centimeters there. So that means this length here has to be 11 minus 4, which is 7 centimeters. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redraw this triangle ABE over here. Okay. Can I have the pen, please? Thank you very much. A, B, E, and that's 16 centimeters, and that's 7 centimeters. That's our right angle. So the side opposite our right angle triangle is, sorry, the right angle is called the hypotenuse. Now, do we use trigonometry? Do we use Pythagoras? Let's see, what do we need to do? We're trying to find the length of BE over here. So we're trying to find the length of one side, and we have the length of two other sides. So this doesn't really involve any angles, so we're going to use Pythagoras. So the Pythagoras theorem, slightly altered in terms of, so that's going to be our hypotenuse, and that's going to be your side 1, and that's your side 2. So remember I said earlier, side 1 squared plus side 2 squared is equal to h squared. What's side 1? It's BE, so I'm going to write BE squared, plus what's side 2? Well, it's AE, which is 7 centimeters, so I can write 7 squared is equal to 16 squared, hypotenuse. Right, so 16 squared is interesting. 256, and 7 squared is 49. So to get BE squared, I subtract 49 both sides, which leaves me with 207. So BE squared is 207. So to find BE, we square root both sides, and we get BE is square root of 207. Now I am not going to find its exact value right now. Well, this is the exact value, square root 207. I'm not going to find a decimal value for it because I need to reuse this answer in a bit, but its decimal value is something along the lines of 14.38749,457, but I need to use the exact value. Now some of you might be thinking, why on earth did he find the length of BE, right? So BE is square root 207 over here. Now in a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So if BE is square root 207, that means CD is square root 207. Some of you might then think of, why on earth is he finding the length of CD? The original question is asking you to find the length of AC, which is this line here. So if I need to find that length, I'm going to redraw the triangle ACD. Oops. Okay, and let's call this A, that's C, and that's D. So we are supposed to find the length of AC. we knew AD is 11 centimeters, it was given in the question, but we are supposed to find AC, but we did not originally have the length of CD. That's why we worked out the length of BE first as root 207, so that we get the length of CD, which is exactly the same as BE because they are opposite sides of a rectangle. And we can use Pythagoras Theorem again. So that's your side 1, that's your side 2, that's your hypotenuse. Let me just box this off so that we can follow through over here. So to find our AC squared again, I need the pen, sorry. S1 squared plus S2 squared is equal to H squared. S1 was 11 squared, so 11 squared plus S2 is root 207. Let me put the brackets here. And the brackets here is equal to H squared, which is AC squared. So 11 squared is 121, and square root of 207 squared is 207. So it makes my life so much easier when I'm dealing with that square root over there in its full form. So that would be 307, 308, 328. AC squared is 328 when I add those two numbers up. And to find the length of AC, I just square root both sides. So AC is the square root of 328. Now I can work out the decimal value because question wants it to one decimal place. That is 18.11 to one decimal place is 18.1 centimeters. Okay, that's all for this particular question. Hopefully this video helps. When you're dealing with questions like this where the diagram's a bit complicated, one of the things I did was for the first part I drew a separate diagram on the right hand side, and for the second part I drew a separate diagram on the left hand side, so that just makes it a little bit clearer, so it kind of eliminates any confusion. Thank you for watching and hope this helps. Assalamu alaikum.